Hello and welcome to John Dixon and Associates podcast. My name's Drew Dixon and I'm glad you're joining us today. Just wanted to talk a little bit today about some of the things we're seeing and hearing from different sellers, buyers, and just noticing out there in the marketplace right now. This is being recorded June 15th. Hot as all get out down here in Georgia. But, right now, what we're seeing and hearing, and, we just came off a great auction the end of May, got another one coming up mid-July, and people are wanting real estate. The stock markets just not doing great. Those that have got into the coins, those have just crashing, and people are wanting to put their money into real estate right now, and I can't blame them. They aren't making any more real estate, and what we're seeing is that more people are coming out. Prices at auctions, when the market's low, people just steal things at auctions. They aren't bringing much. They're bringing fair market value right now. People do get good deals. They're getting it, probably better than if it was at a better price than, someone putting it out there for a sky-high listing. And, the sellers are liking it because they get the property gone in a timely manner. They aren't having the holding costs. Auctions are to get things sold quick. Turn that asset to cash and move on. And sellers are, talking to me about, look, this isn't going to last forever. We need to get this thing gone before this market turns into a buyer's market. They're seeing, like we all are, the foreclosures are going up. For years, you would just see hardly anything in the legal notices in the paper. They're filling back up again. I actually went by a local county courthouse for their foreclosure auction, and where it used to be an all-day event in the past 2 years, you'd be lucky to see one or two, if that, be sold on that courthouse steps. But they're picking back up. The banks and all have been kicking the can down the street for a couple years. They're having to do stuff. The moratorium has been lifted, and foreclosures are rising, and the market is going to be getting a lot more properties added to it as we move forward. And housing prices, at least around here, they were skyrocketing for so long. They've checked themselves now, and with the inflation and the cost of living just going crazy, gas prices, things are starting to lower back down. The days of put your house on the market for $300,000 and sell it for $450, they're starting to go away, folks. We're seeing that just in our area and in talking to various people that use us to sell their properties. They're seeing it coming too, because they want to get in quick before it does turn around. So if you have anything you want us to look at and get sold for you while this market's hot, let us know. You can always reach out to us, and no obligation. We'll look at the property, tell you what we think, it may bring at auction. If it's something you want to do, we'll move forward. If it's, if you want more than we think it's going to bring, then we're going to tell you that. We don't want to waste your time or ours. But right now, the sellers are happy. Buyers are happy because they're still getting good deals. People don't sell at auction to maximize the gain. They sell at auctions to minimize their loss. They're when they go to auction it, typically it's just, look, this thing's just been sitting here. I got to make it gone. Or, I bought this thing for dirt cheap. Let's just flip it, move on to the next deal. And both ways work, Both ways work. People come to auctions to buy, to steal property, to get the best deal they can get. And 9 times out of 10, they get it cheaper than they could have ever got it before or after. We're seeing that auction prices are steady with that day, that time, fair market value. Both the buyer's happy that it's gone, seller's happy because they got the property at a fair market value, and both parties happily sign the contract and move on. And that's what we're here to do. We broker the deal between buyer and seller and make sure that everything runs smooth, closes, the buyer gets the property at a price they want, the seller gets the money, and both leave happily, and hopefully we get to work for both again the next day. I've been talking to several bank contacts I have, and they're seeing it coming. I was talking to a major bank, and they're thinking fourth quarter this year they're going to be cutting some stuff loose. They'll be in the position where they're going to move some properties, and that's going to change this seller's market because you're going to have a lot of added property to the market. And as you know, when a bank decides to sell it, they sell it. They don't look to, try to get every penny out there. They look to get it off their books. And that's where people get the great deals, when someone is committed to making the property gone. They know they can come out and get it cheaper than any other time available. When we're done here, I'm going to offer a trivia question that you can win a John Dixon Associates mug. You just email me the answer to the question, and I'll send you out a JDA coffee mug. I feel bad right now my coffee's not in one, but I don't want to dirty it up for you when you win it. So, that's kind of what we're seeing out there today. This market's starting to switch. It hasn't completely, but it's starting to, and it will turn over. It all works in cycles. I've been in and around the auction business since, I was 6-7 years old, and everything will run in a cycle. This is the longest cycle we've had in quite a while of it being a seller's market, but that too will change, just like any other market that has its ups and downs. And as we see it through talking with both buyers, sellers, financial institutions, the FDIC, it's coming. It can't help but come. So, you sellers, if you got something that you've been thinking about selling, or you may want to sell within the next few years, my best advice is call us, get it done now, because we're going to get into a low market. It's just hit so high going up that it can't help but come down at some point. You buyers, we see what the stock market's doing, the cryptocurrency. Real estate's where it's at. You know, come buy something now, sit on it through the low market, and it will come back up. It's all in cycles. So it's a great time for auctions, both buying and selling side. It's just a great time to get involved in the real estate market. It's been an interesting few years in the auction business. For years an auction was for distressed properties. Well, that hasn't been the case. There hasn't been any distressed properties in years. So the auction business has changed over the past couple of years. That's not to say we aren't going to get back into the distressed properties, because they're coming. They're coming. And when they hit, I have a feeling they're going to hit pretty big. So now's the time to get in the position where you're ready. For those that are sitting on a lot of properties, now may be the time to unload those, get ready for next year when you can buy up a bunch of property for a lot less. They can grab that in the other room. So now's the time. I forgot to turn the phone off in here. For both buyers and sellers. We are licensed real estate agents. So we have been through this past couple of years. People will call us and say, look, I'm not real sure that I'm comfortable with selling something in auction. I really want to sell this property, but I don't know if I want to do the auction. They have a connotation in their mind that it's only for distressed properties. And so we're fully capable of selling your properties outside the auction method. We've done it for no telling how many folks, how many different properties across the country. We can sell your property whether or not you are convinced in the auction method. We can do it either way. We are a nationwide company. We've sold in the past couple years, I know, in at least 25 different states. We've sold in almost all 50. I believe there's about 5 states that we've never sold in. We've done quite a bit of stuff, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, outside the United States. So we're fully capable of going anywhere, anytime, and getting your property sold. That goes for you buyers. You're looking for stuff, some properties to invest in, let us know, because we come across things all over. And it may be something that you're interested in that for one reason or another we didn't agree on doing an auction, but I can put you in touch with those folks that have the property looking to sell it. Just for one reason or another, they didn't want to go to an auction. So my best advice is to reach out to me, whether buying or selling, and let me know. You can always reach me. Email is Drew, D-R-E-W, at johndixon.com. Call our office at 770-425-1141. Check out our website. We have our auctions we just had. We'll be putting up July 19th is our next one. You'll be seeing the properties list probably by the end of next week. So be checking on that. JohnDixon.com, JohnDixon.com. You can always keep up with us there. You can get on our mail list through the website, register to get a brochure sent to you or have it emailed to you. You know, the price of postage is going up again. It's been, you know, the United States Postal Service has been taking a beating. I heard something the other day where in a 3-month period they lost $1 billion, and things just don't survive long doing that. So it looks like things are going from 50 to 62, 63 cents, and that's going to have a major effect. You know, we're pushing for folks to go with the e-blast is what we call it. Every Friday we send out what we have going on, what we're seeing. We'll be attaching the podcast and just keep you up to date with what's going on here at John Dixon Associates. We have a couple guests coming up in a couple weeks that are going to be a guest on the podcast. If you'd like to be a guest, we'd love to have you. Reach out to me, let me know, and we'll get you booked, whether a call-in guest or love to have you come to the office here. But we'll work out your schedule, make it right for you. Love to have you. If you have anything you'd like us to cover, we're gathering questions now that people send in about different aspects of the auction business. You know, just anything that comes to their mind that they're curious about. Email me the question. We'll cover. We usually dedicate once a month a podcast to answering all the questions we receive. Now, for the trivia question, do note, no employees or ex-employees are eligible to win this coffee mug. Back in olden England, auctions were done with a timed. It was a timed auction, and they kept time for the auction in a very interesting way. And it would cut off when this event that they used to time it was over. If you know how they would time auctions back in the olden days in England, email me at drew@johndixon.com. It was an action that would take place, and when that was done, the auction would end, and whoever happened to have the bid at that time, they bought it. So it was a set start and a set ending. What transpired during the start and the ending? How was that determined? Email me your answers, drew@johndixon.com, or call me here at the office. Love to hear from you. Would love to work with you in the future, whether you're looking to sell a property or interested in investing in real estate. Just reach out, let me know, and I'll work for you in getting what you need done. But thank you for joining us, and we'll be back with you with another edition of the John Dixon Associates podcast. Thank you very much.